GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand, presents Galata Plus at the Berlin Film Festival 2024.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Hello and welcome to Galata Plus. How are you today?
I'm very good, Avinash Prakash, my producer. Thank you very much.
I'm going to ask you 10 very important life questions.
Oh God.
The first one, why do you think film festivals are so important, sir?
Film festivals are important because we need something to show us that there is an art form. This is the most important art form of the 20th century and now the 21st and 22nd and every future centuries, because I don't see anything replacing it. To kind of make it just an entertainment medium is kind of very reductive, being very reductive about it. So I think film festivals showcase cinema as an art form, how to push the boundaries of cinema, and I think that's why it's very, very important.
Your first international film festival experience ever?
I think it was at the Berlin Film Festival. I think it was 2015, and yeah, that was my first time at a film festival, and it was utterly overwhelming. I was watching 4 or 5 films a day, but I was also loving it. At that time, I was more of a writer, so I was writing non-stop, and the time difference meant that I had to write in between films and submit my essays. It was a blast.
What are the films that you are looking forward to this festival, sir?
At this festival, I'm looking forward to a lot of films, which is like, but I'll name the main 3 films, which are the Indian films. Obviously, P.S. Vinod Raj's second film after Kurangal, which is Kottukali. I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to that because it has Suri and Annaben, and it is a magnificent film from what I hear. It's also a road movie like Kurangal. I'm also looking forward to Ram Reddy's return to cinema after Titi. That is the only film this year, the Indian film, which is in a competition section, and it has Manoj Bajpayee. And I'm looking forward to that. Third, I'm looking forward to Siddhartha Jatla's In the Belly of a Tiger. So these are the 3 Indian feature films that are at the Berlinale.
What is your favorite food when you come to Berlin, sir?
Favorite food? God, that's a very tough question. You know, when I come to Europe, I really like the cheeses. So at the cost of putting on weight, I really like to have baguettes and bread and cheese and pretty much anything, all kinds of cheese.
So you have a lot of interviews, I'm sure, that are pending back home. So how do you schedule your time so that you also do your work back home and you also do the Berlinale films, reviews and stuff?
I'm a ridiculously super organized person, so I finished all the stuff that I have to do back home. So the next 10 days are devoted to the Berlin Film Festival, and I'm really looking forward to doing a combination of reviews and interviews from here. And I also want those of you guys who watch our regular interviews, that is of the Indian film fraternity, I also wanted to give the interviews with the foreign filmmakers a chance, just to kind of see what kind of things they say, what kind of films they're making. So even though you may not have heard of them, do give those a chance.
So can you talk about a film that you saw in a film festival, either Berlin or Cannes or Venice or wherever you saw it, and which kind of changed your perspective about cinema, or you thought that this is also possible in making movies?
I think it will have to be one of Lav Diaz's films. He's this Filipino filmmaker who makes I don't know if I agree with the term or not, but internationally it's called slow cinema. And his films vary from 3 hours to 8 hours long. In fact, once at the Berlinale Film Festival, I think it was 2020, there was just one screening of this 8-hour movie, which was all the morning slots were occupied by the first half of the film. And then there was an intermission, and then we had the second half of the film. Now, what slow cinema does is this. The theory is that you remove everything about plot, right? And you just watch it like you're having a day out at the cinema. You can feel bored, you can feel angry, you can feel frustrated. All these reactions that you get watching the cinema is part of the input that you have towards watching the film, right? You understand what I mean, right? It's like if you're watching a thriller, then the thrills come from the screen. Here, our own reactions are projecting into what is happening on the screen, and we are watching this film. Do I want to watch slow cinema non-stop and nothing else? No. But once in a while, it's amazing to watch this because it just changes your very perception of the medium. And makes you look at it in a brand new way.
How do you take care of your health and fitness, sir? Because you're going to eat a lot of cheeses. Do you do something?
Oh my God, how am I going to take care of my health and fitness? Well, the hotel I'm staying in does not have a gym. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to do the proverbial putting on weight and then go back, step on a weighing scale, scream an alarm, and then try to get back in shape.
When you watch too many films in, say, an international film festival, do you actually miss films from back home, the kind of song and dance sensibilities that we have?
Actually, that's a great question because, see, I come to these film festivals, let me say the word is cleansing, because I love what Matt Damon said about the first film which starred Cillian Murphy, which opened the Berlinale Film Festival. He is the producer, and he said that it shows us what cinema is, that there are consumers for this kind of cinema. I think sometimes it's important to remember that because, see, it's not just back home and song and dance, right? Even Hollywood films, there's a lot of, there's a rhythm to it that we are familiar with. We know the thrillers and the suspense films, and whether it's a romance or whatever it is. So I think it's good to watch this kind of film, at a time, especially now when we've become so addicted to smartphones and scrolling and stuff like that. I think I really look forward to these film festivals. Do In the period that I'm here, I don't miss the films back home. But if I were to watch festival after festival after festival, then I would certainly kind of begin yearning for the quicker paced, faster, more entertaining things back home.
Sir, can you tell me what is it about the Berlin Film Festival that you really like?
So I'll have to go back to 2015, the first year I was here. I thought I'll be seeing a lot of new films, but since I'm also like this huge Hollywood film buff, like Golden Age Hollywood, whatever it's called, they had a section where they had restored versions of Hollywood classics. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to get to see these films on a big screen again. So I watched Katharine Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart and The African Queen. I watched Singing in the Rain. I watched amazing, amazing Hollywood films from the Golden Age era. That's one section I really look forward to, the classic section, where they have restored digital prints of it's not always Hollywood, it's different sections of the world, but that's something that is very, very special about the Berlinale, and I really look forward to that.
Sir, so are you a beer person and do you actually drink beer when you are in Berlin?
No.
Sir, what is the one non-filmy thing that you like to do in Berlin?
Visit one of the museums here, because the first time I came here, I saw there was a Holocaust museum. The second time I went to an art museum, and the way the things are arranged, it's fantastic. And one of the things that I really like is they have these hop on, hop off tours, where there are these buses where you can get in, and they have a fixed number of stops at various cultural landmarks, and you can spend any amount of time in a particular landmark. When you finish roaming about that place, you can come back, stand at the bus stand, and the next hop on, hop off bus will come, and then you go on to the next one. So I really look forward to doing that this time as well, and probably explore one neighborhood of Berlin that I haven't been to before. So,
Have you been to the beaches, sir?
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.